Yo, what's up, guys? It is Friday. Is it Friday? Today is Friday, baby. Let's go! Tomorrow's Christmas Eve. Santa Claus coming to town. I am loving it. So, my buddy Corey, he's up at like 4 o'clock every day working on buildings in Philadelphia. That dude is a straight up savage. He wanted the topic of staying the course, and I was trying to rack my brain, and really, man, my whole life has been devoted to staying the course. But I want to tell a story of recently what staying the course means to me. So it's always been my dream, once I got into the fitness career, to own or be an owner of a gym or strength and conditioning facility. So I started busting my butt to work my way up in the field. And when I first started, really, I didn't know jack shit. And it's funny now, like, looking at what I did back then to where I am now with knowledge and what I do. But I was just training everybody. I was training all sorts of different people, different sizes, you know, just everything you can think of to get my feet wet. And I didn't necessarily always like it, but I had to do it. So we can kind of relate to that if we're doing a job that we don't necessarily like, but it's getting us to the next place in life. But anyway, so staying the course, you know, we fast forward a couple years. I bounced around to different facilities. I even worked as a pool man for 2 years, which a lot of people don't know about, just to make money in order to buy gym equipment and, you know, still continue on with doing what I wanted to do on the side. So I was busting my butt in all different avenues. Then just recently, under a year, I really pulled the plug on, you know, owning my own strength and conditioning facility. And I quit my job, which was huge for me. It was a big move, and I got criticized heavily for that. And you would think that people who would want the best for you, or people who would be happy for you, were actually not very happy for me. And they talked a lot of trash. They tried to sabotage my operation, and it was just a mess. And, you know, if you were somebody who was weak, that would really affect you a lot. It would really get to your head, or it maybe would want you to throw in the towel. But guess what, mother? You can't! You gotta stay the goddamn course, and that's what I did. So I pushed through the adversity, I pushed through the pain, and I went on with opening a facility. Now, here's where things get a little bit sticky, if we must. Once I bought the facility that was in Lansdale, it was a 2,000 square foot facility. And I spent 2 months of my time putting all the decorations up, you know, painting, graffiti, setting up the equipment, going through a lot of the back end stuff that was just a pain in the ass. 2 months. And through this process, I was very hyped. I was very excited. I had about 55 to 60 people ready to sign up with their membership instantly, which is huge for me. I was so happy with all the support that I had. So one day, as I was getting the use of occupancy, I decided to deadlift 225 pounds for a couple of times. So you can imagine, here I am getting set up, I pick it up, I drop the bar. The whole place shakes. Like, I'm talking the walls, everything shakes. It sounds weird, it sounded hollow. And I didn't really know what the hell just happened. It sounded like King Kong came into my gym, stomped on the floor, and then walked out with a big smirk on his face. So after that happened, things got a little weird. My next door neighbors were a tattoo parlor. Okay, so they're dealing with needles. Obviously, you know, I have tattoos. And you can imagine, as you're tattooing somebody, your place starts shaking because somebody next door is dropping 225 pounds. Problem here. So I go and talk to my landlord and I say, what the heck's going on? I told you I was running a gym facility. You know, this was never a problem or was never an issue in our minds, you know, between both of us. But this is a pretty big deal. So really what it came down to is that in order to fix the problem, it was going to take over, you know, $50,000 in reconstructive surgery on the building to make this happen. So I'm sitting here with this look on my face like, holy, fill in the blank. So what I did is I pulled the plug. I pulled the plug because they gave me a spot that wasn't conducive to my business, and I knew that in my heart this place was not going to work out. So I just put in probably about 4 months of not working, 2 months of working on the gym, to then have to pull the plug and have 60 people not have a place to work out at. I don't know if you guys understand that. I had a business ready to rock and roll, and I had to stop everything. And guess what? I was criticized, I was embarrassed, I was humiliated, and it sucked beyond all belief. But guess what? I stayed the damn course. And I kept pushing. And as much as it sucked, I had to do whatever I had to. So I moved that gym equipment out on my own, maybe with the help of 2 other people, which still is a lot of work. So I moved everything in, moved everything out, and then I started setting up the garage again, where it all started. Funny how that works, where it all started. I set up the garage, and I started training personal clients again. That's a huge kick in the nuts if you go from running a business to shutting your business down and going back into the garage where it all started. And now I can say it with a smile on my face because I'm in a really good place. But talk about being fucking depressed, guys. Sorry, I just filled in the blank for you. That is tough. That is very tough to do. And until you've done it, you guys don't know how that feels. But guess what? I'm grateful for the experience. So anyway, moving forward, I was searching all over the place. I had a deal kind of with a real estate agent who couldn't really find a spot for me. That's tough. I ended up finding the spot that I'm going to now just based off of a friend doing a drive-by. So things are moving forward. I am more than psyched than ever to announce where this gym will be, which I'll probably do today, so stay tuned. But if I didn't stay the course, if I listened to the naysayers, if I listened to myself, because there were times where I was literally so upset and so angry and frustrated on why this was happening to me, I wouldn't be where I am today. And let me tell you, I'm so damn grateful for this opportunity. I'm so grateful. Why? Because I got a crash course in business in about 10 months. I learned how to negotiate. I learned how to push through adversity. I learned the do's and the don'ts of business. I knew how to make a contract now. I knew how to talk to realtors. I knew how to set up a gym, how to break a gym down. I know how to face adversity. And you will never, ever take that from me because that is my life. And that's all of our lives. But the problem is the majority of you will crumble and you will fall to adversity. And I'm sorry to say that, and I don't want to burst your bubble, but guess what? You're going to cave. But guess what? Don't be that person. Don't cave, because when you don't cave and you push through, it opens opportunities to the best things in life imaginable, the best things in life possible. So stay the motherfucking course.